Hey guys, how's it going? So I get asked this question all the time. Should I book a hotel or stay on the European side or the Asian side of Istanbul? It's a very good question. Both have different offerings, so it really depends on what you're looking for. However, the key differences are the European side is where all or most of the famous tourist destinations are. So if you're looking for iconic destinations for you to visit as a tourist, then of course the European side is the place to be. The European side is crazy busy, it's congested, you don't see much greenery, whereas on the European side it's a lot more mellow, a lot chilled out, a lot quieter, the roads are bigger. In the European side the roads are really narrow, quite hilly as well, whereas on the Asian side, as I said, the really open space, green, you see trees, you see a lot of parks, and it's no way as crazy busy, especially in the suburbs, as it is in Istanbul on the European side. Obviously, on the European side, you've got a whole variety of food offerings. So for a foodie, the European side may seem to be a better option. However, for me, I think the Asian side offers so much more, particularly in terms of quality and value for money. European side, because it's known for being a touristy part of town, the prices are higher, and unfortunately in many locations the quality of food just doesn't match the pricing. On the Asian side, you see a lot more locals. If you like, I hate to use the word class, but there is a more of a mid to higher end class on the Asian side. Whereas on the European side, you have locals, of course, but there's so much more in terms of other nationalities that have all congregated on the European side. Also, in terms of work opportunities, most of the work opportunities are on the European side. A lot of the key offices and headquarters of most of the internationals are all based on the European side. A lot of people ask me about which part of town is safer. Well, to be honest, you have to be cautious wherever you are, and every country has its pluses and negatives in terms of safety. You just have to be cautious and aware. However, I do believe that the Asian side is a lot safer than the European side. I also find that on the Asian side, the locals are a lot more friendlier, and they speak more English than they do on the European side, which is kind of crazy because on the European side you have more tourists and more tourist destinations in terms of sightseeing. Yeah, but it seems like on the Asian side, because they're maybe a little bit more educated, more people speak English. Overall, however, you need to make a conservative decision on whether you want to stay on the Asian side or the European side, depending on your needs and what you're looking for. Because obviously most of the tourist destinations are on the European side, right? So if you live on the Asian side, expect to pay a lot more money in terms of taxis going to and fro. And obviously you're going to be also facing traffic as well. If you're renting a car like I do every time I come to Istanbul, I always stay on the European side, and then I travel around. So I get the best of both. But as I said, if you are relying on public transport or taxis, you need to think about exactly what you're looking for in terms of your trip to Istanbul. Because both parts of town are beautiful in their own way and have so much to offer, but they're completely different in terms of managing your expectations and ensuring you're getting the best options available depending on why and what's your reason for visiting Istanbul. Overall, guys, if you're a foodie, I highly recommend the Asian side because, as I said, you're getting much better quality and much better value for money. And normally where the locals go is, and it's busy, then you know that it's good. And there's more locals visiting good eateries on the Asian side than there are on the European side. But wherever you go, whether you're European or Asian, my recommendation is always go where the locals go. Don't fall for the tourist traps. Try to avoid tourist destinations in terms of food spots, because not all the time, but most of the time you're not going to get great value for money, and it's way overpriced. If you are staying or plan to stay on the Asian side, as I said, expect to pay quite a lot in terms of traveling, especially by taxi. I mean, you'll be spending at least 800 to 1,000 Turkish lira a day just on taxis, if not a lot more. Alright guys, so that's my wrap up. I hope you find my advice useful so you can decide which side you want to visit. But no matter which side you're going to stay on or live on or reside on, obviously you're going to be traveling to and fro. It just really depends on what you're looking for. But I hope that you can use my advice and it's going to make you make a better decision. Take care and keep following my page. And if you've got any questions in relation to Istanbul and traveling around, or if you need any advice, hit me up on my WhatsApp number, which I put in the caption below.